Welcome to 10 TV Plus. Dylan Robichaud alongside Jay Plyburn here for you this morning. Jay, man, talk about a wallop of heavy rainfall this morning. It was a doozy out there.
And it made for a nasty start to the day out on the roads because the rain started right around midnight or so this morning, right? Or late last night.
Right.
Didn't wrap up until 9 o'clock or so after a lot of people were already gone to work. And so, yeah, it was slick out there.
Yeah, it was bad out there this morning. The good news, though, is that a lot of the heaviest rainfall moving on out. I am a little bit concerned about more rain coming in for the evening commute. So we're
not done with it yet.
Not done with it yet here, but the rain is a good thing. So we will get to the latest drought monitor here in just a minute. Take a look at this, though. Rickenbacker Airport, the jackpot. Look at that. They had 1.29 inches of rainfall today. Wow. John Glenn International Airport, great airport, by the way. They had 9/10 of an inch of rain out there today. Lancaster, Newark, Dublin, Washington Courthouse. You know, I'm just saying all week long, we've been saying we're going to get between 3/4 of an inch and 1.25 inches, and that's exactly what we got. So it's always a good thing. It's always refreshing when Mother Nature actually behaves with what the models are showing, and that's exactly what we saw out there today. So let's give you a little bit of recap on the climatology as we look at November as a whole. If you work in agriculture or anything like this, this definitely pertains to you. Rainfall now finally above average. We have not had a month with above average rainfall since May. So this is a great thing. Look at this, though. It has been a mild month here, 8.8 degrees above average. The coldest temperature, we had a chilly morning last weekend. Hottest temperature, back on election day, 79 degrees back on the 5th of November. Now, this is what I'm most excited to talk to you about. Look at the latest drought monitor update, okay? This is last week. By the way, just an hour ago, we got a brand new drought monitor update. I just put out all the numbers in for you, and I want to share with you exactly the comparison side by side. So now this is this week. So that darker orangey color, that is going to be the severe drought. Look at the comparison across parts of the northern half of the area. So like Delaware no longer has a severe drought. Last week you did, this week you don't. As we head off towards London, the drought has improved for you guys out there as well. Let's go ahead and actually crunch some of these numbers so you can see what we're looking at. 49% of Ohio has a severe drought right now. However, the devil's in the details. Look at this right here. This is the best news. It is down 11% from last week. So that's a drastic improvement in the drought. And we are expecting more long-term improvement as we are expecting more wet days ahead. All right, so we got a couple things to talk about. Another round of rain coming in this afternoon. The timing for that, I'm thinking about 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. We have about a 5-hour window where I think it'll be fair game that we get some showers. An additional 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain is expected as we get to that point in time. We just came out of peak fall foliage. You got to be so careful with the rain that we see out there because on days like today, because we're used to being in a drought, it takes a lot longer to stop your vehicle. Look at this right here. Let's just say you're traveling at 40 miles per hour on a secondary roadway, okay? If the road is dry, it takes 80 feet to stop your vehicle. However, if the road is wet, it takes 160 feet. That's twice as long. If the road is wet and there are wet leaves, which I know for a fact a lot of these roads are wet and do have wet leaves, it takes 250 feet. That's why we've been saying when we have these storms rolling through, just give yourself extra time to get to where you need to be. Okay, here's our strong upper level low. And this was a monster of a storm too. Not in terms of how powerful it is, but by how much real estate it takes up. From Lake Michigan all the way down to Georgia. I mean, it's stretching about 11, 12, 1,300 miles. Here's what's happening right now though. Strong upper level low right there, counterclockwise spin. Low pressure, you have the wind coming in from the north, and so that's going to allow drier air. Look at this drier air. This is going to overtake Ohio as we head into the afternoon. What does that mean? We cut off the faucets and things will be drier as we head into tonight. This afternoon, we have a bit of a lull in the activity, but the rainfall begins to pick on up. I've been talking about round 2. Yeah, this is not going to impact all of you. This is only going to impact those of you that live along and south of I-70. 3:30 p.m., take a look at these showers. Jackson, MacArthur, Logan, Circleville, getting in on showers. And I said by about 7 p.m., we start to wrap this puppy up. That's exactly what we see right here. After midnight, we're dry. but it's going to be a cloudy day today, or a cloudy day on Friday, rather. And cloudy means that we're going to be looking at temperatures a little bit cooler as we head into tomorrow afternoon. As we look at additional rainfall, this does not take into account the rain that we already received. This is rain on top of what we got this morning. We're talking anywhere between a tenth of an inch here in Athens to only a few 1/100ths of an inch in the metro, but look out towards Cambridge and Caldwell, possibly looking at upwards of 2, 3, 4, 5/10ths of an inch of rain on top of what we've already received. Temperatures out there today, yeah, where we keep the clouds, we keep the showers, it's going to stay downright chilly this afternoon. But you look off to the west, you see the greens on the map, we're going to be looking at temperatures in the lower end of the 50s. Now, as we look at the next 8 to 14 days, okay, things don't really change a whole lot. We're not going to be below normal. We're not going to be above normal. We're looking at average temperatures. Same thing for rainfall. You head off towards PA, New York, looking at above average rainfall, but we're looking at near normal rainfall as we head into the next couple of weeks. So that could be a good thing. The weekend is almost here. Now, if you are trying to get out and travel this weekend, the best day, Saturday. Why is that? Well, because you're going to have that cool, crisp blue sky. It's going to look like November. It's going to feel like football weather. Saturday is your best day to be outside. Sunday, it actually warms up a little bit. So if you like warm weather, this is the day for you. But we are going to be looking at more clouds as we head into the day on Sunday as well. I don't want to let you forget, we have the full beaver moon on Friday. Right now, we are looking at some clouds on your Friday, but I'm hopefully optimistic that as we head into Friday night and Saturday night, we can get this to move out. How cool would it be if we got the clouds to get out of here and we could see that bright, big supermoon on Friday night under the Friday night lights for 1st and 10 football games? That would be spectacular. This will be our last supermoon of 2024. You've been hearing the lingo. Hey, Robichaud, what exactly is a supermoon? So that's a great question to ask. The moon is not always the same distance between the Earth and the moon. The distance changes, okay? It's not an exact circular orbit. And so what we see right now during a supermoon is that the moon is actually going to be at perigee. Perigee is when it's at 221,000 miles away, whereas apogee is where the moon is just its normal size in the sky, and that's at 253,000 miles away. So this weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, look up at the sky. Just take 20 or 30 seconds and enjoy that sight, because it should be absolutely remarkable to see that. 7-day forecast. Okay, so on Friday we have 1st and 10 football games. Things are not looking too bad for that. We will be looking at temperatures warming up a little bit as we head into next week, but you'll notice that on Friday morning it is going to be downright chilly. Look at this though, for any high school football matchups, it is dry, but it is cloud. If you are a spectator, just get ready for a very chilly evening. As you leave the games around 9, 10 o'clock, temperatures will be in the 40s. And then as we head towards next week, we are gearing up for a big time warm-up. Temperatures will be above average as we head into the future, so get ready for that. And then as we look here at Monday, here's your jet stream. It goes way up towards the north, towards Toronto. Now we have that warm conveyor belt of air moving all the way up towards the Buckeye State. And so even though we're getting closer to Thanksgiving, it is going to feel so warm as we head towards the start of next week. Rain is back in the forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday. We're looking at the low 60s on Tuesday, dropping back down to the 50s as we head into the day on Wednesday. So a little something for everyone here as we head into the next week.
So the rain was needed. The rain was necessary. Helps us with that drought. It just makes it tough for that morning.
That side-by-side drought monitor just completely tells the whole story.
Yeah, truly.
And it's so good for the farmers, too.
Oh, 100%. Like you said, it's not out of the way yet. It's nice that we're going to dry out for the weekend, but then the rain comes back.
Weekend's the best part.
Oh, yeah. It's all about the weekend.
Are you ready for some trivia?
I'm never quite ready for trivia, but let's see.
I'll go easy on you today.
Okay, yeah.
This type of cloud produces thunderstorms. Option A, cumulonimbus cloud. Option B, cumulus cloud. Option C, stratus cloud. Option D, funnel cloud.
I think I actually know this. I know it's not C or D. It's cumulonimbus.
You are right.
Yes.
Wow, you got one right.
They actually refer to towering Qs, right? The towering cumulus clouds when they grow vertical and they increase storm activity.
Yeah, so it kind of looks like a cauliflower cloud, and it just or broccoli, whatever you want to call it, and it just starts growing. So 60,000 feet I want to go ahead and share with you a map of clouds. I'm going to walk over to the wall here and share with you exactly the different types of clouds. And on the right-hand side of your screen, here's your cumulonimbus. Average height, roughly 40,000 feet. But, I mean, these are your monstrous clouds. I mean, we're talking, you know, sometimes 50, like I just said, 60,000 feet. Your fair weather clouds are going to be your cumulus clouds. Those are down here in the bottom. You see those? A lot of times the sun can penetrate through them. Yeah, it just means that we're going to be looking at a nice day. And then your cirrus clouds almost kind of looks like a milky, filtered type of sunshine. It's normally pretty to look at. And then down here we have your stratus. Your stratus, your nimbostratus clouds will produce rain. So like today, with all the rain, we're looking at nimbostratus clouds. So those are quite spectacular as well. But here's a picture of what a cumulonimbus cloud looks like. And take a look at this. Just this monstrous cloud. You know, out towards the Midwest or out towards the plains, there's not as many trees or obstruction to be able to see it. So these are just incredible to look at here, but very dangerous. If you ever see that, definitely make sure to head inside, because that typically means that a severe storm is imminent, Jay.
Beautiful, though. Really, I love watching the clouds from time to time. You have a favorite type of cloud?
Cumulonimbus.
Yeah. Well, they produce a lot of good stuff that you like to talk about, so it makes sense to me.
They keep me busy, I'll say that much.
They certainly do. Don't forget to look at the clouds.
Don't forget to look at the clouds. All right, that is it for 10 TV Plus. Thank you so much for joining us today. For myself and Jay, we are grateful that you stopped on by.
Absolutely.
Make sure to tune in to Jerry Martz tonight at 4, 5, and 6 for the latest weather updates.